Is it good, Daddy? Is it good, Daddy? Now I'm recording. Okay. Okay.
Oh, if you think you're gonna treat me like I'm regular, be stupid.
Scrolling through old photos is a new kind of pain.
Yeah.
Shalonda Hicks knows she'll never create another memory with her daughter.
She had a real huge heart, especially around her little cousin. If she was capable of it, she'd try to do whatever she could to make sure everyone else was good.
On Friday, her family says she was doing just that.
So unfair, and it's something that none of us can never do over, can never ever get back.
"35-year-old Patrice Little, affectionately known as China by her loved ones, was a devoted mother of 4 children, ranging in age from 13 to 18. She had an unmistakable zest for life, expressed through her passion for photography and body art. At the time, she was proudly campaigning to be featured as the cover girl for Inc. magazine, a reflection of both her creative spirit and confidence. Patrice's heart was especially big when it came to family. She wasn't just a mother. She was a role model, protector, and a pillar of strength for her extended family, particularly her younger relatives. Many looked up to her as a second mother figure. Her loyalty and protectiveness were defining traits, and she played a vital role in the upbringing of several of her little cousins, forming bonds that went far beyond traditional family ties. Among those closest to her was her cousin, 27-year-old DeAndre McCain. The two shared an unbreakable bond, often spending time together, doing everyday things like braiding each other's hair, simple, tender moments that spoke to the deep affection they had for one another. Their connection was not just one of blood, but of trust, love, and unwavering support. Raised in a close-knit environment, DeAndre was known for her kind heart, easy laughter, and the calm strength she brought to those around her. She had a quiet, grounding presence, often described by family as someone you could rely on, no matter the circumstances. Despite the 7-year age difference, she and Patrice were inseparable. From childhood into adulthood, their relationship grew from playful cousinhood into a genuine sisterhood. Whether it was sharing beauty tips, spending hours talking about life, or simply relaxing at home with family, they found comfort in one another's company. DeAndre didn't seek the spotlight, but her impact on her family was undeniable. She was the type of person who would drop everything to be there for someone in need. The bond between Patrice and DeAndre was woven through shared memories, mutual respect, and a lifetime of standing by each other's side. In every way that mattered, they were family, not just by blood, but by choice. Their relationship was one of those rare connections that transcends generations and endures through hardship. Little did they know, their relationship would truly stand the test of time after an unexpected and heart-wrenching series of events unfolded. Events that would forever change the course of their lives and the lives of those who loved them. What had always been a bond rooted in love, loyalty, and family would soon become a powerful symbol of unity and tragedy, as both women found themselves at the center of a devastating moment that no one could have foreseen. On February 9, 2024, Aurora police were dispatched to the 1700 block of Paris Street following urgent reports of a shooting. What they encountered upon arrival was a scene filled with panic and confusion, a chaotic aftermath that hinted at the violence that had just occurred. Amid the turmoil, officers discovered an unresponsive adult female lying motionless on the floor. The victim was identified as 35-year-old Patrice China Little, who was tragically pronounced dead at the scene approximately 15 minutes after authorities were alerted to the shooting. Despite paramedics' urgent attempts to save her, the severity of her gunshot wounds offered little hope. As flashing emergency lights painted the quiet street in red and blue, the area was quickly cordoned off. Detectives began their grim work of reconstructing the final moments of a woman whose bravery would soon come to light, unaware that this single, senseless act of violence would leave lasting scars on a close-knit family and shock an entire community. According to initial reports, the fatal shooting occurred during a horrifying domestic encounter inside the apartment of Patrice's cousin, 27-year-old DeAndre McCain. The two women had been enjoying a quiet evening together, braiding each other's hair, a simple act of intimacy and trust that would be violently interrupted when a familiar figure entered the room. That man was 32-year-old Keelan Lewis, DeAndre's former partner and the father of her young child.
Keelan. Are you gonna turn?
I did.
Are you gonna turn again?
3 times, actually.
Are you gonna turn again?
No, because now you're wasting my time.
Wow.
Because I keep turning and you want to see, like right now, I turned and you not taking no fucking picture.
Okay, but Keelan, why are you being mean?
I'm really not. It's you.
I'm not being mean.
Yeah, no.
Jerry got him face to face with Juice. He's on his way to Stockton now. Tell you, your son is determined to get to the truth.
Is it good, Daddy? Is it good, Daddy? Now I'm recording.
You all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Though the two had recently gone through a divorce, which was later determined to be legally invalid, Lewis had continued to play an active role in the child's life, believing he was the biological father. Lewis had moved out of the Paris Street apartment 3 months earlier, but on that evening, he walked back in uninvited. According to the affidavit, he entered the bedroom, raised a black handgun, and looked directly at DeAndre before uttering the chilling words, "You think this was a game?" He then fired a single shot at her head. In a split-second act of survival, DeAndre dropped to the floor and played dead. Lying motionless, she watched in horror as her cousin Patrice moved to shield her. A final act of love and protection that would cost her everything. From her position on the floor, DeAndre heard 4 to 5 more gunshots. When she opened her eyes, Patrice was lying beside her, bleeding heavily from gunshot wounds to her face. Lewis fled the scene as DeAndre, still in shock, gathered the strength to call 911. The motive, investigators believe, stemmed from a phone call earlier that same day in which DeAndre had told Lewis that her youngest child was not his biological child. For Lewis, who had raised the child since birth under the assumption he was the father, this revelation may have been a trigger. What followed, however, was not an emotional conversation, but a targeted and brutal act of violence that turned deadly. A massive manhunt ensued. Roughly 36 hours later, Lewis was apprehended by a large coordinated effort involving the Aurora Police Department's Major Homicide Crimes Unit, Direct Action Response Team, and Fugitive Apprehension and Surveillance Team. With the help of K-9 units, officers surrounded a residence near the intersection of Jewel Avenue and Peoria Street, where Lewis was taken into custody without incident. Public records did not list him as a resident at that location. The emotional toll on the family was immediate and immense. Patrice was not only a mother of 4, but also a fierce protector of her loved ones. Her cousin DeAndre later expressed the magnitude of her grief and gratitude in a touching public tribute. "To my big cousin, Patrice, I love you and words can't explain the hurt and pain I feel. You will always be remembered. Thank you for protecting me. Rest peacefully. Long live Patrice Little." Patrice's final moments were marked by extraordinary courage. She died saving someone she loved, a heartbreaking but powerful testament to the kind of woman she was. The affidavit detailed the presence of children in another bedroom of the apartment at the time of the shooting, compounding the severity of the situation. The children, who were mere witnesses to the violence, had been exposed to an unimaginable level of trauma, further underlining the cruelty of Lewis's actions. A deeper look into Lewis's criminal history revealed a troubling pattern of behavior. In 2013, he served a 3-month jail sentence for burglary in Aurora, and another sentence in 2010 for auto trespass in violation of a protection order in Douglas County. His most recent conviction occurred in 2016, when he was sentenced to 15 months in the Colorado Department of Corrections for being a convicted felon in possession of a weapon. This series of offenses painted a clear picture of an individual with a long-standing history of criminal activity, raising serious concerns about his dangerousness and disregard for the law. For the family of Patrice Little, DeAndre McCain, and the children who were present that night, it was a time of grief, anger, and a desperate desire for closure. The case would not only determine the fate of the man who took a beloved family member's life, but would also shine a light on the broader implications of domestic violence and its impact on innocent bystanders. In the wake of the tragedy, the community rallied around the grieving family, offering support, prayers, and a commitment to ensuring that the memory of Patrice Little lived on. Her legacy as a protective cousin, a loving mother, and an irreplaceable part of the family will be carried forward by those who knew her best.
She was at her cousin's house on Paris Street in Aurora when they say someone came in shooting.
The situation is really hard,
DeAndre McCain is Latrice's cousin.
Yeah.
She says she was supposed to be the target.
My child's father got in. He shot once, and my cousin was standing right next to me, and she jumped in front of me to, try to protect me. He kept shooting, so.
On Sunday, police arrested 32-year-old Keelan Lewis. He's facing a first-degree murder charge.
I feel like it's my fault because that's my child's father. He was coming after me. She definitely did die a hero.
Patrice is gone, a reality tough for DeAndre to face.
And so to them,
Especially when she thinks about Patrice's parents, her siblings, and her 4 children.
I'm sorry. And I do hope that they all find peace within this messy situation.
But peace is hard to find.
Horrific.
Knowing this family will never be the same.
It's so unfair, and it's something that none of us can never do over, can never, ever get back. Patrice did not deserve any of this. She did not deserve it.
The 17th Judicial District Attorney's Office swiftly moved to charge Keelan Lewis with both murder and attempted murder following the tragic events. In addition to these charges, Lewis faced 4 counts of misdemeanor child abuse. As the legal process unfolded, Lewis was scheduled to appear in Adams County District Court, where the charges would be formally addressed. The courtroom would soon become the setting for a battle between justice and the trauma left behind by Lewis's violent actions. The lesson of this story highlights the devastating consequences of domestic violence, the long-lasting impact it has on families, and the importance of recognizing the warning signs of dangerous behavior. It highlights how a single act of violence can tear apart not only the lives of the victims, but also ripple through an entire community. The story also serves as a reminder of the strength and resilience of individuals who, despite facing unimaginable trauma, continue to protect and care for those they love. Finally, it calls attention to the need for justice and accountability in order to prevent further harm and help heal the wounds left by such senseless acts. Rest in peace, Patrice Little.